All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahshua Wahabar Kakodash. No honor to apostles of great millstone and salutations to the elect, which you ought to be. It's your brother Hawaiian. Got a quick lesson for you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelites who bear the shame of looking like heathens. The spirit bear witness that they are a child of Heavenly Father. And the name of Heavenly Father is Yahweh, who the world inwardly calls Jehovah, God of Yahweh. And the name of Heavenly Son is Yahweh, who the world inwardly calls Jesus Christ, or Jesus Christus, or Yeshua. Quick lesson. Any of the precepts come out, you already know it's the Holy Spirit. It's the Holy Spirit, whether you believe it or not. And, the Lord always sends uh, 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 um, his prophets and stuff to warn the people before destruction happens. And what just popped in my mind and stuff was this, the Holy Spirit uh, uh, is the situation with Jonah. And Jonah, on purpose, defied the Lord and his works. And the Lord made sure he brought him back to the land of Nineveh to warn the Israelites in Nineveh that Nebuchadnezzar was on his way to destroy them. And you can read in the book of Tobit. I think you can read in the book of Tobit. Um, uh, Tobias, the son of Tobit, at the Sarah parents had passed, and he gained there, and Tobias gained uh, 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 their inheritance. You know what I'm saying? And before Tobit had passed, um, um, he's like he said that, and you can check out the stories in the book of Tobit. He said that uh, um, uh, that he believed the prophet Jonas and to get up out of this land, and the Lord had put in certain men of the Lord and stuff to give warning to the people, but not all is going to take heed. It's the same way with Jeremiah. People didn't want to hear what he had to say and stuff because they wanted to hear, gumdrops and cotton candy, and it's like, nah, that's what trouble is coming. And what was that trouble? Nebuchadnezzar again. They ain't listened. They got captured. The warning: the people that Esau, eating the full-blood spirit of Caucasian, is finna come down with great wrath and stuff, because this is what he's gonna do to maintain his kingdom. You see, and he's finna come down with that perpetual hatred and have his wrath unleashed on you Israelites. And the only way for Israel to um, have an hedge is that they have to change. You know what I'm saying? Right? Well, a lot of Israelites are going to rebuttal, and when they rebuttal, guess what's going to happen? They're going to be in grave danger. So this is John 15:21. It says, but all these things, it's like it. This is John 15:20. It says, remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. So any words that we say and stuff, guess what? They're going to bring it about. Yeah, and if they don't understand and stuff, they're going to use it to come up against certain individuals, because you do have respect of persons in the nation of Israel. You see, and I tell you that in James, the second chapter, you can read that yourself. So they're gonna persecute, and when you go into that word persecute, you can get it. And these are the ones that persecute are the ones that's either envious or they don't understand. And if you ever watch Beauty and the Beast, if you ever watch Beauty and the Beast and stuff, they persecuted since Gaston couldn't win the heart of Belle. Uh, 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 since Gaston it's like him. Since Gaston couldn't win the heart of Belle, and she tried to Uh, she tried to take up for him and whatnot. What he do? Easily move the people like the wicked Pharisee says these priests and lawyers did against Yahweh Shai. And when they were storming through the when they were storming through the going towards the castle, but they were storming through the forest. Pretty much what happened was is that it says for things that we don't understand, in fact, it scares us, and and that's a lot of our people, and it's like, oh, and then they see it come to pass, and it's like, oh, we got to get rid of this and whatnot, because not everybody really believe, as it says in Romans 3:3. So this is the word diaco. I'm saying, I'm pressing.
Strong's G 1377. Dioko. Dioko.
It says to make, to run, or flee, put to flight, drive away, to run swiftly in order to catch a person or thing, to run after. That's exactly what they do. You know, it says to pursue in a hostile manner. It says in any way, whatever, to harass, trouble, to persecute, to be mistreated, suffer persecution on account of something. And uh, going back, uh, going back to read again, John 15:20 says, remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. And when you go to John, the second chapter, I'm going to just quote it, the 19th verse. No, when you, it's like it, when you read Mark 15, well, when it came down to the wicked Pharisees, Sadducees, priests, and lawyers and scribes, they kept coming to Yahushua with certain judgments, you know what I'm saying, and catching individuals in certain judgments and asking them, it's like, what shall we do then? Woo to woo. And it's like, we waiting for you to say something so we can be like, see. Now we got a reason to put you to death. These people are the same way. You see, you know, uh, she said that in 3 days, in Mark the 14th chapter, it says in 3 days, he said that he was going to rebuild. He was going to. Matter of fact, I'm just going to go to it. Let me just do it. You know, Salakia. Look at that betrayal and arrest. Yahushua is betrayed and arrested. Because Yahushua, remember, he was always on the flee. I mean, he was always on the run from these niggas. But every time they found out where he was, they came about and kept seeking for Yahushua to be gone. This is Mark 14. Uh, this is when Yahushua was being betrayed by Judas Iscariot. When you read up, Yahushua before his accusers, Yahushua before the council. And the Lord did say that, to beware of man, for they'll deliver you up to the councils, because the people who don't want to receive it, or they have the respect of persons, you know what I'm saying? What they're going to do is that they're going to do all that they can and stuff to get you gone. And it's Ecclesiastes 1:9. It's nothing new underneath the sun. So this Mark 14:53. It says, and they led Yahushua away to the high priest, and with him were assembled all the chief priests and the elders and the scribes. It says, and Peter followed him afar off, even into the palace of the high priest, and he sat with the servants and warmed himself at the fire. It says, and the chief priests and all the council sought for a witness against Yahushua to put him to death. and found none. It says, for many bear false witness against him. It says, but their witness agreed not together. And there arose certain and bare false witness against him, saying, we heard him say, I will destroy this temple that is made with hands, and within 3 days I will build another made without hands. But neither so did their witness agree together. And the high priest stood up in the midst and asked Yahushua, saying, answerest thou nothing? What is it which these witness against thee? It says, but he held his peace and answered nothing. Again, the high priest asked him and said unto him, art thou the Hamashiach, meaning the anointed, the son of the blessed? And Yahushua said, I am, and ye shall see the Son of Man sitting on the right hand of power and coming in the clouds of heaven, which he was speaking the truth. And that really infuriated the priest that was coming against him. It says, then the high priest rent his clothes and said, what need we any further witnesses? Ye have heard the blasphemy. What think ye? And they all condemned him to be guilty of death. And some began to spit on him. Well, it's like I think I probably read. Yeah, I think I read further. But when he was saying that he was going to rebuild the temple and stuff, he was talking about himself. So I'm grabbing it. I'm gonna go back to that John. John 2:19 says, Yahushua answered and said unto them, destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up. It says, then said the Jews, 40 and 6 years was this temple in building, and wilt thou rear it up in 3 days? It says, but he spake of the temple of his body. You know what I'm saying? So he was referring to himself, but since they didn't understand, they used that and was like, see, all the more this man speaks falsely. You know what I'm saying? And they were seeking anything and stuff just to get rid of him. But remember, Yahushua was doing his work. He was doing the work and whatnot and stuff, and they kept trying to do him in dirty. Kept trying to do it. They never rest trying to do it. And you see that same spirit and stuff today, and it's not even just individuals and stuff, other circumcision. It's also individuals and stuff who don't understand. So this is John, going back to John 15 and 20, and it says, remember, matter of fact, 19. I started 18. The world's hatred. It says John 15 and 18. It says, if the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. In the red lettering, that's Yahushua. It says, if, because the words that come out our mouths and what we speak bites a lot of people in the ass. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm tired of hearing what you saying that I can't do and can't do this and woo to woo. So therefore, they get hostile. You see, this is John 15 and 19. It says, if ye were of the world would love his own. It says, but because ye are not of the world, since we didn't talk about the cause, clothes, and holes, since we don't bring up that magna, or make America great again. You know what I'm saying? Right, MAGA. You know what I'm saying? Since we speak against that and stuff, guess what? If we was speaking of those things and stuff, guess what? Everybody will be on our side. It says, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord chose us to do this. And then it says, John 15 and 20 says, remember the word that I have said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. And that was the example. They kept Yahushua saying and stuff. He was like, this man says that he's going to build up the temple in 3 days with the woo. And they used that to seek his crucifixion even further. Verse 21, it says, but all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me. And I'm reading the NLT. It says, they will do all this to you because of me, for they have rejected the one who sent me. Verse 22, it says, if I had not come and spoken unto them, it says they had not had sin, but now they have no cloak for their sin. It says in the NLT, it says they would not be guilty if I had not come and spoken to them. And pretty much what that is that uh, the Lord is going to set up individuals, you know what I'm saying, to if individuals are going off, which are, there's a lot of individuals and stuff who's in other religions who are Israelites, and they're going off by following another guy, which is idolatry and his instructions. So therefore, the Lord would send a man of the Lord, you know what I'm saying, over there and over around them and stuff, and give the warning. Because if they was good already and stuff, they would have never heard the word because they would have been in the word already. You see, you got a lot of Israelites and stuff that's in other religions, and they needed to be checked and be proved and be proved that the way or the belief that they're in, the cults that they in, the relationship, I mean the worship they give to a false god, a false deity and stuff is not the right way, and to come back to their true heritage. And the Lord will send one all the time. You see, because remember the scripture says that this word shall be preached to the four corners of the earth. And that's how people are not going to have no excuse, because it's going to be told to them and they're still going to neglect it. It says, but now in part of respect of persons, that's one thing as well too. Oh, since you this that and whoop the whoop, guess what? I don't gotta listen to your ass, but they gonna listen anyways, cause the word is gonna draw them. They gonna listen anyways, but they're gonna continue to rebuttal. And when they do those different things and stuff, they're not gonna have an excuse. So this is I'm gonna get into BBE. I'm gonna get straight to it. It says, if I had not come and been their teacher, they would have had no sin, but now they have no reason to give for their sin. So they ain't finna have no excuse. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you got a lot of people and stuff to be like, well, look what you did with the woo. And that shit don't fucking matter. What matters is that what are you gonna do? Because this is the calling. You see, this is the calling. You know, so that's pretty much all I wanted to get into. You know what I'm saying? As it says in Ezekiel 3:17, give them warning for me. The Lord had made us watchmen. You know what I'm saying? And if they don't receive it, have a way that feel, that's on them. Because the angels tally up everything you do. Because the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of man, even at secret parts. And that secret parts is talking about the thoughts in their mind. You see? So everything is being tallied up. And you got a lot of jakes out there who think they just plainly good and stuff. And it's like, nah, you got some changing to do, brother, sister, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Kitty, you got changing to do. And if you don't change, guess what? You was told that you had to change. So you either gonna change or you not. And you can't tell the Lord that you didn't know. And in this day and era and whatnot and stuff, people have the ability and stuff to get information and stuff much more better and stuff, than just word of mouth. They can look it up for themselves. So I hope this video was edifying. I'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahshua Harakakadash. Double honors to apostles of great millstone and salutations to your elect, which we ought to be. Shalom, Kwam Yasharala.